My government will continue to bring in reforms in the investment arena and modernize and amend laws, rules and regulations to facilitate and simplify approvals for investment in the state. I would like to make a special mention of the role played by Kutumshri Mission in empowering women of Kerala socially, economically and politically. I feel happy and proud to note that Kutumshri is celebrating its silver jubilee in 2023. My government is committed to protect constitutional values which are presently facing many challenges, to defend democracy, secularism, plural values and federalism, the important foundations of our national unity and part of the basic structure of the Constitution. We need to take special efforts. Hegemonic tendencies in religious, linguistic and other arenas hamper building of a robust democracy which respects diversity for strengthening its unity. A strong nation has to have a strong center, empowered states and actively functioning local governments. For the body politic of the nation to be strong, it needs strong limbs. States have heavy responsibilities in the social sector and their fiscal position has to be strong. Recent measures to curtail the borrowing limits of the states constrain the scope of their interventions in the health, education and infrastructural sectors. While fiscal discipline has to be enforced in right earnest, there cannot be different yardsticks for state governments which are not made applicable to the union government. Our Constitution has provided legislative space for the union and the states. Incursions into the legislative domain of the states do not augur well for a cooperative federal setup. Checks and balances in the system have to be scrupulously observed for the healthy functioning of our democratic polity. Legislative assemblies represent the will of the people, the spirit of legislation and the intention of the legislature has to be protected. My government is committed to the constitutional value that intention of the legislature should take effect as law. Similarly, the freedom of the press is a cardinal feature of every strong democratic society. Free and fair media activities are to be protected. Some instances of curtailing the freedom of the press in different ways are coming up in some parts of the country. My government is always committed to protect the freedom of the press. Here it needs to be underscored that even remotely a perception that agencies empowered to investigate matters regarding compliance to laws are acting in a manner which deviates from the professionalism expected from them.
ഏറ്റവും പുതിയ വാർത്തകളും വിശേഷങ്ങളും അതിവേഗത്തിൽ അറിയാൻ Zee Malayalam News ആപ്പ് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യൂ. സന്ദർശിക്കൂ www.zeemalayalamnews.com.